Welcome to the English class 8 students. Good morning. I hope children yesterday you have understood the discussion, the advice which I gave you, that the course which is completed and the how to maintain your notebooks. As already been told yesterday that today we will do the poem and the cricket. This is the poem, first poem by Aesop, the name of the poet. Children, before I start the poem, I would like to give you the briefing of the poem in a nutshell, or I should say the central idea. So the main character in the poem are the ant and the cricket, as the very title suggests, the ant and the cricket. Children, I think that all of you are well aware, all of you have seen ant in your house and the cricket also. आपको बता दो बच्चों, क्रिकेट को हम लोग, किसी को पता है कि क्रिकेट को क्या कहते हैं? अगर नहीं मालूम है तो मैं बताना चाहूंगी, क्रिकेट को हम झींगुर कहते हैं. तो हम सेंट्रल आइडिया शुरू करते हैं बच्चों. लेट अस स्टार्ट द सेंट्रल आइडिया. हियर the two characters, ant and the cricket. The ant by nature, as you all know, is hardworking, and the cricket in the poem has been depicted as very lazy, all the time happy, melodious, wants to enjoy, never worked. And this what happens in the real life also. People who don't work hard are unable to sustain their own life. They cannot have the basic necessities of life. So here also the cricket is in the same position. There was a cricket and the ant. The cricket, all the time he danced in the month of summer and spring, and when the winter arrived, he became very sad, monotonous, and began to complain. You know why he began to complain? Because he did not work. He didn't save anything in the month of summer, and therefore he had no food at home to eat. Even outside the house, he was unable to get anything to sustain his life. So he became very worried, tensed, stressed, and he thought what he would do. So he went to the ant and sought for help, because he was not having food and shelter. So when he went to the ant and explained his all the situation and circumstances, and he requested ant to give him food and shelter. So what happened? The ant refused to help him. Again the cricket requested ant to help him, otherwise he would die of starvation. But what happened is, the ant said she is sorry, she won't be able to help, because ant said we neither borrow nor lend. The ant asked him what he did during the summer season, the warm weather. So the cricket replied that he danced and sang all the time. So the ant asked him to sing and dance again, and in the winter too. So here the poem ends with the moral, and the moral is, children, that some human beings are like cricket, who save nothing for the bad weather, and therefore the tale is not a fable, but let me tell you, it is the truth of life. The poem depicts the truth of life. It also reflects that those who do not work cannot live their life properly. They are always tensed. So here the moral of the central idea and the moral is over. I hope children you are able to listen to my voice, and now we will have the model reading by the teacher. I am going to read the text of the poem for you. Children, all of you should have the book before you, and those who don't have the book, please manage it very fast, because this type of the literature, that is especially the poem and the prose, one cannot understand until and unless one has the text before him or her. Here is the text, the model reading. Please listen. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow. He had repaid, he would repay it tomorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. I hope children you are able to follow. The last stanza. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. Children, please write the word meaning, mark the words and the meaning we will discuss now. Let us take the first stanza. A silly, once again, see I have read the whole poem, and am I audible to you? Shall we start with the first stanza? Yes? A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. A silly young cricket. You know the meaning of the word silly? Means foolish. And the word accustomed? Accustomed means habitual or. Means you have the habit of doing a task again and again. As it is said, good habits help a man to form the character. Good habits form character. Accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So here, the young cricket, what he was accustomed to, he was accustomed to sing. And which weather has been discussed in the poem? It is the warm summer weather. The warm sunny months. Please underline this, warm sunny months. Underline the word accustomed. Gay summer. Gay means happy. And spring. What he began to complain? When he found that at home his cupboard was empty and the winter was come. His cupboard was empty. Whose cupboard was empty? The cricket's cupboard was empty. Why it was empty? Because he did not do anything. When he realizes that he has lost the time which was meant for work. Again I repeat, just the paraphrase I have given you. Now I am going to explain this. There was a young and silly cricket. He used to spend all time in singing in the warm summer months. But he did not realize that these summer months are meant for work. And what happened? When the winter came, when there was the arrival of winter, he found no food. And it was difficult for him to survive. Now he realizes that the time he spent in the summer was all in vain because his cupboards were entirely empty. Cupboards were entirely empty means that he had nothing to eat. This also conveys the message that only a person who works hard, who is alert and cautious about his sustenance of life, is able to enjoy the life. I hope you have understood the first stanza.